Hello there, how's it going? I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you for checking out the items that I'm going to be pulling for my December makeup bag. I am super excited about everything that is in here, and so let's get to it. Before we get started, I do want to share my Take Me into 2019 project pan update, because I'm also going to be working on those items, but I'm not going to include them in this video because otherwise I feel like there's a lot of redundancy there. So if you're interested in some of the palettes I'm going to be pulling in and the eye look and things like that, go on and check out that video, and then I'll talk about everything else that I'm going to be enjoying for the month in this video. So first off, with foundation routine, I'm going to be working with, I wanted to try the new Revlon Candid foundations. I recently saw them at Ulta, so I went on and picked up a shade, but I found this Clinique Even Better Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15 in my backup stash in the shade Linen, so I'm going to go on and move this out. And what I'm going to do in terms of primer is, this foundation's a little bit heavy. I've got it on today and I put it on with a silicone primer and I'm not really liking it. And then the powder that I used to set from last month, the Clarins powder, I'm feeling like it's really heavy on my skin. So for the month, I'm going to go on and take it a step lighter just to kind of see if that freshens up on my face. So I'm going to be using this Ofra Cool as a Cucumber Moisturizing Primer in one, mixed with the Clinique foundation, and I'll keep you posted how that goes. So I'm excited to try this combination out. I know this foundation is still good to go, but definitely I want to move it out of my collection before bringing anything else in. That being said, setting powder, like I just mentioned, the Clarins powder is a little bit too much on the skin. I'm feeling like my makeup is a little bit cakey at this point. So I decided to pull in this little sample size of the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, just because that Clarins powder had just enough of a skin tint to it that it's probably a little bit too much with that foundation. So we're going to go with the translucent powder to set my face, to make sure that my makeup doesn't transfer during the day. And again, I'll keep you posted how that goes at the end of December. Setting spray. I am down at the bottom of this e.l.f. Active Post-Workout Cool Down Mist. I use this as a setting spray, and since I'm down at the very bottom, I know that this is not going to last me for the entire month. So I pulled this travel size MAC Fix Plus out of my purse, and I'm going to go on and just move these two setting sprays out of my collection, because I can easily use this by the end of the month if I'm spraying my face with it as a setting mist every single day. Typically I keep the travel size setting spray in my purse because I use this after I work out, just to kind of refresh my skin, because you know how gross it gets like when you're super sweaty and everything, and it's just really pleasant. So I'm going to go on and move two more packages of product out of my backup stash. Concealer, once again, I'm going to be working on the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for Dark Circles, because I've already started making progress, and I think in another month or two I could have these finished out of my collection. And what I've been doing with these is I take the neutralizer shade and I go on and put it under my eyes in a triangle shape, just to start the concealing process. And if I have any blemishes on the rest of my face, I go over it. And then I take the brightener shade and I go over just a little bit on the top of the neutralizer shade down the center points of my face to offer some light and brightness. It works really well to highlight and conceal those areas of my face without being too heavy and over the top. So I love that combination together. In fact, I talked about this yesterday. I'm thinking about going on and doing a throwback project pan in 2019, because things like that are products that I used to use consistently over and over again, and I kind of walked away. Now that I'm stepping back into them, I realize how much that I enjoyed those products and how much I've missed them. Then, eye palette wise, I'm still using my Lorac Pro 2, and I'm also using a MAC Quad, and I'm That Chick You Like, as well as a Kat Von D shadow that I'm finishing off for this warm red smoky look, so I'll go on a link to get ready up here. But then I'm also pulling in two more palettes from my collection to kind of mimic shades from the Kat Von D palette. The first off being, I'm using this little MAC, I don't know what you call it, I guess it's just a palette when you have 6 shadows, but I'm going through with this red brick shade just to kind of warm up my crease in place of Analog from my Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Remix palette. I do have red brick on today. I really like it. I feel like it's a dupe to that Analog shade, so we're going to go for it and continue using it. And then also on my lower lash line, I was wearing blue for quite a while, but I've decided to switch to green, because with holiday makeup, The green really offsets the red in a very flattering way. As you can see, I've got green on my lower lash line. So I'm going through and I'm going to finish this Clinique quick liner for eyes and tints in the shade Intense Ivy on my lower lash line. It's really just a fabulous liner. And then I'm going through and I'm setting it with the shade Destiny from my Subculture palette. I love this combination together. I'm not a huge fan of the Anastasia matte formula on its own, but to set liners, they are incredible. So as you can see, I have hit pan because I've kind of gone in and I use the same stiff eyeliner brush, and so when I gently tap it in there, it's definitely getting to the point where I hit pan really fast. And from what I've seen from other people, it's pretty easy to hit pan in Anastasia's shadows. And then of course there's the controversy with this one being kind of powdery. So I'm going to enjoy this palette for the month. Like I said, just to get into that green and really kind of have some fun festive holiday makeup while still achieving my goals of my Project Pan. In that vein, I've also pulled out my green mascara from Hard Candy, the Be Bold, and this is in the shade Cha-Ching. These colorful mascaras are awesome, and I love the price point on these. The blue one is my favorite. I love the green as well, and then there's also a kind of a burgundy color and then like a teal. These are amazing to really make your eye color pop without being too crazy and looking like you're wearing a bunch of colored mascara. So what I do is I take a black mascara on my upper and lower lash lines, and then I just layer a little bit of this on my lower lash line to really make my eyes pop. It is phenomenal. Love that combination. Then I was super excited because in terms of mascara for my lashes, I went onto the Octoly website just to kind of see what was out there, and my Holy Grail of Holy Grail mascaras was on there, so of course I applied for it because I have missed this terribly. My Holy Grail mascara of all time is the Pure Cosmetics Fully Charged Magnetic Mascara. So if you're curious about product information, all that, I'm going to go on and link you directly to the Octoly website in the description box below, because this is beyond worth it. I love the matte packaging on it because it just feels sleek and comfortable in your hand. I love that my lashes look big and voluminous. I get a false lash effect without having to wear them because with my glasses it's just not practical for me. But this is just, I love this mascara. It doesn't clump, it doesn't flake, it does remove easily in the evenings when I go through with my my cleansing balm. It's just fantastic, and I wanted to try it because I've actually never tried the Fully Charged Mascara Primer, and I've really kind of stepped back into using lash primers again because last month I was using the CoverGirl Lash Blast Primer and I love it. And so since I love this mascara, I couldn't help but want to try the mascara primer. So thank you so much, Octoly, and for Pure Cosmetics. I am so very grateful that you sent me another tube of my Holy Grail mascara, because that is, I'm so excited about that, because why not be able to go back and revisit that mascara again, because it has been a little bit. Then I wanted to share some lip options with you, because last month I had a Clinique lipstick go bad on me that I recently purchased in my one of my top 5 favorite colors of all time, the Colourpop. And so I've started phasing in this MAC matte lipstick that I had in my collection in the shade Taupe. Is what I'm currently wearing. It's an easy everyday color. I don't really have to think about it. However, when I was walking around Ulta a couple of days ago, I actually stumbled upon the drugstore dupe to that Colourpop lipstick. So I wanted to share that with you if you're wanting something a little bit more affordable. Go look in the new Maybelline lipsticks that come in this rose gold packaging. They have like a thinner tube. And the other thing I've noticed is oil infused lipsticks are all the rage. Like, we're stepping off the matte liquid lipstick train, and now it's going to be more like creamy, not necessarily like shimmer finish, but like a matte finish with like the oil and moisturizing qualities. But this shade, number 130, or Spicy Sangria, is the dupe to that Clinique Colourpop. So this is going to be a wonderful alternative. I'm going to just throw this into my purse. So when I need to touch up my lipstick during the day, it's something really easy that I can throw on and not have to really think about. And in the morning when I apply my makeup, I'm going to go through and continue working on panning my MAC's Taupe lipsticks. So I wanted to share that with you in case you are also looking for really fun fall inspired lip that is well, you know, it will transition you well into holiday makeup. And again, when we get into January and you still want something a little bit vampier, but it's not over the top, it's a great winter lipstick as well that is not too intense or too vampy to wear during the day to work, to school, or whatever you happen to be doing during the day. And also on that note, I wanted to go on and continue working on another MAC Whirl lip liner. This is a staple for me. It is my top favorite lip liner of all time. I go through so many pencils, so here we go again. Working on another one of these. I pulled this out of my purse. I want to pan it by the end of the month. And then brow pencil, I'm going to be working on, I've been curious to try this for a while. It's the MAC Eyebrow Crayon in the shade Brunette. It's another micro brow pencil. There's nothing really outstanding about it. I mean, it's another micro brow pencil. It's not too fragile, which is nice. I don't have to worry about it breaking off, but definitely it's, it reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. So far so good. I am liking it. I do go in with my espresso shade from that MAC Quad just to kind of give it a little bit more intensity with my brows since my hair is dark. But overall, I do enjoy this brow pencil for the most part. So I'll keep you posted. We'll see how quickly I go through it, because I've noticed some micro brow pencils I go through within a month. Some it takes me a little bit longer, but I go through them pretty quickly. So, and then I'm still working on my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer sample. I want to finish this by the end of the month. So I'm rolling this in. It is what I'm currently wearing. And then the rest for eye makeup, I'm starting to work on a new NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in the shade Milk. Again, just like Whirl, this is a staple product I've been using for years. I repurchase it over and over because my favorite way to wear it is in my inner corner and on my brow bone to really make my highlights stand out. It really kind of helps me under my glasses to make my eye makeup a little bit more prominent. And then I'm still working on this NYX Wonder Pencil in the shade Light or Clair. I use this on my waterline to really brighten up my eyes and make them look a little bit larger under my frames. And then lastly, my Milani eye primer. I'm still working on this, but I'm at the point now where I put a little bit of air into the tube and then I shake it to make the product settle down in the bottom, so that way I can see when I hold this up to the light, I'm sitting at about this point. So I'm curious how much more I can use like in the next month and enjoy this eye primer when I wear my eyeshadow. So that about wraps it up. It's going to be a busy month of project panning. Seeing as we're in the last couple of weeks of the year, I'm really motivated to move some things out of my backup stash, and I'm really excited to be able, like I said, to move out some packaging again between the setting sprays, maybe even move out this moisturizer, definitely moving out some concealers, and you know, definitely this is going to be an eyeshadow heavy project pan. So if you haven't seen it already, like I mentioned, it might be worth some of your time to go check out that Take Me Into 2019 project pan, because I'm panning a lot of eyeshadow right now. So I'm good. I'm feeling good, and I'm ready to take on the holidays now that I have kind of a game plan with my makeup. So I hope that you are also having a lot of fun shopping your stash. That about wraps it up for now. I do have a couple more videos coming your way and pan that palette. I'm so excited to do that finale video for you of everything that I've learned with the Kat Von D palette this year. So I hope you will stay tuned for that. And until then, take care and have a fabulous rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you real soon. See you later.